Hans, welcome to Womaning. My name is Destiny. So, as you can probably see from the title, cat is out of the bag. I am with child. I have a bun in the oven. What else is a cute way of saying it? Yeah, but I'm pregnant. And I feel ridiculous for even saying it because it doesn't sound real. It really doesn't sound like the truth. Well, I am at the last week of the first trimester. I am 12 weeks pregnant now. I've known for a couple of weeks, right? And I would have picked up my camera on week 4. I found out on the 3rd week that I was pregnant through a home test. But I already knew by the 2nd week. This is why actually I struggle with the idea that people really don't know that they're pregnant until like the 5th month. Because I'm like, girl, I knew by the 2nd week, okay? Like, you can't fool me. I know my body, okay? The reason I took the test was because I had missed my period. I was 2 weeks late on my period. But when I mentioned this to my boyfriend, he was just like, yeah, dude, I understand why he reacted this way, because we've had many pregnancy scares in the duration of our relationship. So I don't think there were scares anymore to him. He was just over the idea. So he was just like, nah, this happens. You miss your period for 2 weeks, it comes, and then it's all like, woo-ha, party's over, you know? So he gave me that reaction, but I was like, this time it's different. And added to that was that my boobs had grown bigger. I don't know if you've seen the previous video before this. You can clearly see the difference, okay? So my boobs were so big and heavy and sore. Those are the only 2 reasons that I had to take a test. So next morning after that conversation went down, I was like, you know what? Let's just go get the pregnancy test, dude, and just put it behind us if it's not true. But in my heart of hearts, I knew. At that moment, I couldn't think beyond the positive on the test, you know? I wasn't thinking baby. I was just thinking positive pregnancy test. When he got the test, we went back home. I took the test, came back positive, and I was bawling my eyes out the moment I realized we're gonna have a baby. Even though I knew that I was pregnant, right? I was still so shocked that the test is positive and that means a baby. You know, it wasn't just a positive that scared me now. It was the fact that what comes after this. Boyfriend was calm throughout the whole thing, but he was like, okay, I honestly don't know what we're supposed to do now. I had no idea what we're supposed to do now. So first thing we do is call our parents. We call his mom. His mom was like, what? Okay. Finally, I guess, because everybody's been expecting this. So it's great news, you know. She's happy, and she's actually, to my surprise, she's actually genuinely happy about these news. I'm still sitting there with tears in my eyes, like, I can't believe this is the news I'm sharing. She congratulates us, drops the phone, and then we call my mom. My mom was at work at the time. So I asked her, can you talk? And she's like, yeah, I can talk. She moves to a quieter space. And then I tell her that I just took a test and it's positive. And she was like, girl, is this a prank? And then she asked, how do I feel about it? I honestly couldn't answer. And then she did say that she's overjoyed by the news. You know, she's happy. This is good news to her. And she can't wait to be a grandma. She can't believe she's gonna be a grandma. Considering I didn't think I was gonna make my mom a grandma before 50. So I was not expecting her to take the news that well. So that was a pleasant surprise, you know. I don't know, in my head, this is a teenage pregnancy. I certainly did not expect people to react the way they did when I tell them I'm pregnant, you know? Because in my head, I'm too young to have a baby. I still think I'm a little too young to have a baby. I still have shit to figure out myself. But they took it very well. They gave me reassurance, you know, because I was in panic mode at the time. But hearing the mamas speak to me that way really calmed me down, like to the ground. I was really calm after those calls. That really helped. To anyone who might be pregnant or might think they might be pregnant, the first thing you should do is call somebody. When I was in my head, I was thinking of every possible reason why I could not have a child right now, why this could be the worst thing that could ever happen to me. But after speaking to my moms about it, man, these ladies like made me realize that this is not the end of the world. People have had children way younger than me and they've survived. They've done great for themselves. And this is actually good news. This is actually what I've always said I wanted anyway. I've always said I wanted a family. Just because it didn't come on my timeline doesn't make it a bad thing. Like saying I want R1,000,000 in 2024. If it comes now, doesn't make it a bad thing. It just means that it came sooner than I had expected or I had anticipated. And that's okay, you know. So here we are on the way to our very first doctor's appointment after finding out that we are expecting. I have 1,020 questions to ask the doctor. I'm nervous. A little bit for some reason, because I feel like this whole process is about to truly begin. Like now it's going to be official. Okay, let me say this. I tried to be consistent with vlogging the first trimester, but I could only get myself to pick up a camera and talk about it on days that I believed that it was real. Most days it didn't feel real. I didn't have most of the common symptoms that first trimester people have, so I really didn't know what to say to you or to tell you about it, you know. I wasn't fully, I don't want to say accepting. I hadn't fully wrapped my head around pregnancy. It didn't really mean a baby until the 9th week when I heard the heartbeat. To be honest with you, I can't say that the thought of pregnancy made me happy all the time. I was anxious about it. I've heard all of these stories about easily miscarriages happen. I don't know if it happens easily, but it's common. And for some reason that made me so anxious, and now I'm pregnant and I might miscarry and I'm gonna have to deal with that, and it's just it was morbid thoughts most of the time, you know, so it wasn't a very happy time for me. Morning. So we are now, let me check just to confirm, we are officially 11 weeks in. 11 weeks. Apparently the baby is as big as a lime. I have lemons here. I think lime and lemons are pretty much same size. This is how big the baby is right now. I don't think I'm showing as much as I thought I would be by now. I mean, I'm still wearing my normal clothes. I'm still in my mini skirts and crop tops. It's not obvious yet, so that's cool. I hope that is a healthy weight to be. I'm having a smoothie right now. I've been enjoying smoothies so much. In terms of the other symptoms, normal pregnancy symptoms, boobs are still sore AF. I noticed that a top like this, a bandeau for example, is much more comfortable than a bra, even a sports bra. I am trying to keep myself accountable with taking the prenatal vitamins. I mean, I'm not good at taking pills. This is how I ended up knocked up, so there's that. Yeah, the anxiety, most of my anxiety has gone down. Actually, I hardly think about the pregnancy as much as I did. When I was told to enjoy the pregnancy, I really don't know what that means because a lot of it is not fun. So I'm trying to enjoy it by enjoying the food and thinking about it less and, you know, just doing normal stuff I would do on a regular day. So that's where we are. I'll keep you updated. See you next week, probably. Being a mother has always been like top 2 things I wanted to achieve in my life before I die. And now that I'm expecting, I have 0 expectations. I have no idea how I'm gonna do this. I have 0 idea about what it means to be a parent. All I know is I'm trying to keep this unborn baby alive right now. That's the best I can do. I have no idea what I'm going to teach them, no idea what they will look like or what they will want from me or what they will need from me even. But right now, I'm honestly just trying to focus on being 12 weeks pregnant, dealing with 12-week pregnant people problems. Taking it in bites is much easier than trying to think of the future, trying to think of schools. That's the best I can offer for now. I don't know what would make me ready to be a parent, to be honest. I don't think all the money in the world would prepare me to raise a human being. I don't think any amount of traveling would make me ready to become a mother to a child. But I feel physically ready. I feel like I have the capacity in my mind to learn. I feel like I have the energy in my body. I feel strong, I feel healthy. I feel like my body right now is ready to carry a child in me. In the last couple of weeks, that's what it all boils down to. My physical readiness. Emotionally, financially, I'm not sure. All those other things will meet me along the way, because this is happening. So, week 16, and first update, I think I finally have cravings. I don't know though. Listen, I'm not quite certain if these are... Ooh, I burnt my bread, by the way. I'm trying to make toast. I was saying, like, I'm not 100% sure if these are pregnancy cravings or they're just regular cravings, because when people explain their pregnancy cravings, they make them sound like very aggressive, like if I don't get it now, I'm dying kind of thing. And mine haven't been that aggressive, really. For example, when I woke up this morning, my first thought was an egg mayo sandwich. I imagined it in my head and it was like so beautiful, and I was like, ah. And here's the thing, it didn't get me out of bed. I didn't want to eat it immediately. It was just like, when I'm hungry, I know that's what I want to make type thing. So like, I'm looking at it, it's coming together, and I'm like, yes, this will go in. And last week I was craving ice cream, and I craved it for 3 days straight. But here's the thing, it went on for 3 days only because I could hold it in. Like, it wasn't that demanding, you know. I could have had it on the first or the second day, but it was on the third day when it was in front of me. We were chicken licking, and I was like, oh, might as well feed my craving. It is so delicious, like it was so good. And I don't usually have chicken licking ice cream, you know. Also, my belly's growing, but I still fit into my old clothes. The only thing that's really been a struggle to get into are my jeans, because yeah, the waist was like this tiny before, but now it's not this tiny anymore. So I'm struggling to get into my jeans. I'm constantly wearing sweatpants and stretchy pants. It's super comfortable. I don't mind at all, honestly. I don't mind. Yep, that's what I look like at 16 weeks. You see the line is showing. I hope the baby's comfortable. I'm not cramping as much anymore. I'm pretty comfortable, really. My energy's back. It's just that, yeah, I'm growing. There's a baby growing in me for real. Like, for real, for real. Like, every week that I look at myself, or like when I walk around and it's and I struggle to catch my breath, I'm like, oh, yep, that's what pregnancy is. I had these gruesome ideas of what pregnancy would be like, and if I knew it would look like this, I probably would have been pregnant a long time ago. Honestly, I don't know what I was scared of, because it's not as, it's just, I feel like I've come to a point where I feel like my body is doing exactly what it was meant to do. My female body is reproducing, you know, and that's ultimately what I feel like we were put on earth to do, to reproduce and reshare knowledge, you know. Ultimately, in the bigger picture of things, I do feel like I've come full circle in my life. Of course, there are many things I still want to do, but looking back, I feel like this is just the perfect time for this to happen. It's just, and that's exactly how I wanted to get pregnant. Like, I was scared to get pregnant earlier because I was like, I wasn't sure if it would be this welcome. I wasn't sure if I would feel this comfortable about it. I wasn't sure if I was physically ready for it. Honestly, I thought my body wouldn't be able to carry a child. And now it's doing it. And I'm like, whoa, this is real. This is happening. In fact, this is better than I'd ever imagined how pregnancy would go, my pregnancy would go. So I'm really excited about that. I think this is my first time actually being really, really excited about bringing a baby into this world, you know. I'm genuinely excited to see how my life will change and how my routines won't be the same and how my friendship dynamics will change. Romantic relationship dynamic will change, you know. It's really an exciting time. I can't believe I'm saying this because I couldn't say this a few weeks ago.
Why are you scaring me?
Well, it's not scary.
Okay.
It's good news actually.
Well,
I am. Oh, this is hilarious.
how do you feel?
I'm like 3 months out. Why is this killing me?
We're having a baby, guys. I am, girl. And with the man that you love, you know, that's what I love. It's like, you love this man, he loves you back, and you're having a kid together. So that's the greatest.
That's honest. I'm happy about that. I really am.
The greatest.
One thing I know for sure is that I'm bringing a child into a world where they will be loved, where they are born out of love, they were conceived out of love, and where they will be welcomed into a group of so many people who love them. Okay, now I'm getting emotional, but honestly, that's the only thing I've ever wanted out of pregnancy. Every time I've ever thought of being pregnant, I've always said to myself that I just want to be pregnant when my child will be welcome into this world, you know, when people would be excited about it. And that's exactly what's happening right now. I couldn't ask for anything more. Everybody's been so excited for us. Even I'm not as excited as our parents are about this. And I know a lot of people have been waiting for the day that I have a child so they can finally refer to them as Destiny's child. But your wishes are coming true, I guess. I'm bringing Destiny's child back. Thank me later. You're welcome. Alright, Hans, I'll update you about the second trimester in a vlog, hopefully, that I will be consistent with. Thank you so much for listening and take care.